The house stood on a quiet street, a picture of suburban peace. Large and imposing, it was a Dutch colonial with a gambrel roof and dormer windows. Its address, 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, New York. But behind the facade of normalcy, a darkness lingered. The house held a secret, a story of horror that would soon become legend. The year was 1975. The house stood empty, its windows like vacant eyes. Rumors spread through the town like wildfire. People whispered of a gruesome crime, a family brutally murdered within the home's walls. The house on Ocean Avenue had become a symbol of fear, its name synonymous with tragedy, and soon, a new family would cross its threshold, unaware of the darkness that awaited them. The DeFeo family seemed like any other. Parents, Ronald and Louise, and their 4 children, Ronald Jr., Dawn, Allison, and John. But on the night of November 13, 1974, the peace was shattered. Gunshots rang out in the quiet neighborhood, piercing the silence. Ronald DeFeo Jr., the eldest son, burst into a local bar, screaming for help. "My mother and father are shot," he cried. His words sent chills down the spines of everyone present. What they would soon discover at 112 Ocean Avenue was the stuff of nightmares. Inside the house, a scene of unimaginable horror awaited. 6 bodies lay sprawled in their beds, each family member shot execution style. The victims, it seemed, had been asleep when the killer struck. Fear and disbelief gripped the community. Who could commit such a heinous act? Ronald Jr., initially presented as a distraught survivor, soon became the prime suspect. His story unraveled under scrutiny, revealing inconsistencies and a cold, unsettling demeanor. He claimed to have heard voices, demonic entities that drove him to commit the murders. Despite his chilling claims, Ronald Jr. was found guilty and sentenced to 6 consecutive life terms. The house on Ocean Avenue stood as a silent monument to the horrific crime. Its rooms held the echoes of terror, the weight of unimaginable loss. A year passed. The house on Ocean Avenue stood empty, a silent witness to tragedy. In December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, with Kathy's 3 children, moved in, hoping for a new beginning. They were drawn to the house's space and beautiful waterfront, undeterred by its past. Despite warnings from locals, the Lutz family moved into 112 Ocean Avenue. For a moment, hope and laughter filled the rooms, but the peace was not to last. The house held secrets, and darkness soon returned. The change was subtle at first. Cold spots chilled the air, even in front of roaring fireplaces. Foul odors like rotting flesh permeated the house. Doors slammed shut on their own, and disembodied voices whispered in the night. The Lutz family tried to ignore the strange occurrences, attributing them to the house settling or their own imaginations. But as the days passed, the events grew increasingly disturbing. George, once a sound sleeper, found himself wide awake every night at 3:15 a.m., the same time the DeFeo murders had taken place. He felt an overwhelming sense of dread, a feeling that something was terribly wrong. Kathy began to experience vivid nightmares, her dreams haunted by images of the murdered family. She felt a cold, unseen presence watching her, its malevolent gaze sending shivers down her spine. The children, too, were not immune to the house's terrors. Missy, the youngest, began talking to an imaginary friend, Jody, a demonic entity that only she could see. The other children reported seeing red eyes peering at them from the darkness, and the sound of pig-like grunts echoed through the house at night. The Lutz family was living a nightmare. Their dream home had become a prison of fear, every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the wind, a chilling reminder that they were not alone. Fear became a constant companion. The strange occurrences grew increasingly sinister. George, once a kind and loving husband and father, became withdrawn and irritable, prone to fits of rage. Kathy, her nerves frayed, felt her sanity slipping away. The children, their innocence shattered, lived in a perpetual state of terror. One night, Kathy awoke to find herself levitating above her bed, an unseen force holding her captive. Terrified, she screamed for George, but he lay in a deep sleep, unresponsive to her pleas. It was then that the Lutz family knew they had to escape the house on Ocean Avenue. After just 28 days, the Lutz family fled their home in terror, leaving behind most of their belongings. They were broken, their dreams shattered, their lives forever marked by the horrors they had experienced. The house on Ocean Avenue stood triumphant, its evil grip on the family finally loosened. They sought refuge with Kathy's family, desperate for answers, for some explanation for the terrors they had endured. The house on Ocean Avenue refused to release its hold, its darkness clinging to them like a shroud. The Lutz family knew that their ordeal was far from over. In the aftermath of their terrifying experience, the Lutz family sought to prove that their story was not a product of their imaginations. They contacted paranormal investigators, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural events that had plagued their time in the house. The investigators, armed with cameras and recording equipment, descended upon 112 Ocean Avenue. They claimed to have captured strange anomalies on film, unexplained temperature drops, and eerie sounds on their recordings, but skeptics dismissed the evidence as inconclusive, suggesting logical explanations for the phenomena. The lack of concrete proof fueled the debate, casting doubt on the Lutz family's story. Some whispered that the Lutz family had fabricated their story for financial gain, hoping to profit from the notoriety of the DeFeo murders. Others believed that the family had been victims of mass hysteria, their minds playing tricks on them in the wake of the house's tragic history. The truth, it seemed, lay somewhere in the shadows, shrouded in mystery and speculation. To this day, the mystery of 112 Ocean Avenue remains unsolved. Was it a genuine haunting, a case of demonic possession, or simply a clever hoax? The question continues to fascinate and terrify, fueling countless books, movies, and documentaries. The house itself, despite undergoing renovations and a change of address, continues to cast a long shadow. It stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of the ordinary, a place where evil took root and fear reigned supreme. The Amityville Horror, as it came to be known, has become a part of American folklore, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires and late-night sleepovers. Whether you believe the stories or dismiss them as mere fabrication, one thing is certain: the house on Ocean Avenue has left an indelible mark on the world, a chilling testament to the power of fear and the enduring allure of the unknown. It is a place where the past refuses to die, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs, and where the question of what truly happened within its walls continues to haunt us all.